Okay, so let's dive in. You brought us some really fascinating material today. We're going to unpack something that I think, well, it resonates with pretty much everyone, right?
Absolutely. It's this constant um, tension, this push and pull between chasing perfect this thing that, let's be honest, doesn't really exist, and embracing the power of something that's always there for us, progress.
Exactly. And we're drawing on some interesting sources. You shared bits from a podcast, Dr. Surta Ram Vishnoi, I think, and another piece focusing on health.
That's right, from the Lifelines by Supremediq series. Both of them really zero in on why always aiming for that flawless ideal can be so draining, so counterproductive.
So our mission today in this deep dive is to really get under the hood of these ideas. We want to figure out why this perfection trap is so, well, sticky. Why does it hold us back so often? And maybe most importantly, how can we make that shift? How do we actually start seeing and, celebrating the progress we make step by step, especially somewhere like, say, our own health journey?
Yeah, it's about realizing that the real victory isn't hitting some impossible static endpoint. It's in the movement itself, the journey.
Okay, so let's start there with the trap itself, the perfection trap. How do the sources describe it, it sounds like a mirage?
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
A mirage. It's presented as this unattainable ideal, something that just doesn't map onto reality.
What we see as perfect, maybe online or wherever, it's often just a snapshot or heavily filtered.
Exactly. It's like trying to hit a target that keeps moving further away the closer you get.
Yeah.
It's just designed to frustrate you, really.
And it's not just frustrating, is it? The sources mention some pretty serious downsides to chasing this ghost.
Oh, definitely. It leads straight into things like frustration, obviously, but also burnout, deep self-doubt. It can actually paralyze you.
How so?
Well, you become afraid to even start something if you think you can't nail it perfectly right out of the gate.
Right. Or even if you do achieve something, if it doesn't meet that impossible perfect standard, you just dismiss it. You don't let yourself feel good about it.
Precisely. You can't acknowledge the win. It's like the goalposts just keep shifting on you.
Okay, so why do we fall into this? What reasons did the sources give?
There are a few key things. A big one is cultural expectations. That's huge.
Oh, yeah, I can see that immediately. Social media feeds, those perfect career paths people seem to have.
Right. We're just bombarded with these seemingly flawless versions of, well, everything. Success, bodies, lifestyles, and it makes you feel like you're just not measuring up, not enough, unless you somehow hit that same impossible mark. And then there's a really strong link to the fear of failure.
So it's less about genuinely wanting to be excellent and more about being terrified of messing up or like being judged if you're not perfect.
Exactly that. And for some people, the sources suggest it actually becomes a kind of coping mechanism.
A coping mechanism? How?
Well, if you're struggling with feelings of inadequacy, maybe low self-worth, you can start to believe that if you could just be perfect, then you'd finally prove your value. You'd be okay.
Ah, I see. But the sources are saying that just keeps you stuck, right? In the cycle of never feeling good enough.
Precisely. It's a defense that ends up trapping you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so if perfection is this kind of paralyzing dead end, what's the alternative? The sources point towards the power of progress, finding value in the messy reality of just moving forward.
This is the crucial shift. Focusing on progress, on those daily actions, the effort you put in, even when it's clunky or imperfect, that has real, tangible benefits.
Like what, for instance? How does focusing on progress actually help?
Well, first off, it's a huge motivator. Think about it when you acknowledge the small steps, the little wins, you build momentum.
Right.
Each little bit of forward movement, it encourages you to keep going. It proves to you that your efforts are actually adding up, even if the end goal feels far away.
So instead of feeling defeated because you haven't reached this mythical perfect state, you actually get energy from seeing how far you've come.
Exactly. And another big thing is it dramatically reduces stress and anxiety. When you let go of that constant pressure to be flawless, you automatically lower that internal tension. It just creates more space for mental well-being because you're allowing yourself to be human, imperfections and all.
It sounds like it changes your whole mindset, almost. How you view challenges, maybe.
It absolutely does. It really fosters what we call a growth mindset, that belief that your abilities aren't fixed. They can be developed with effort, with perseverance.
So you start seeing obstacles differently, not as proof that you're failing, but as learning chances.
Precisely. Learning opportunities. Challenges become data, not judgments.
And I guess that ties directly into self-compassion. That seemed important in the sources too.
Oh, hugely important. The material really emphasizes this. Focusing on progress inherently means giving yourself grace.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit a setback, and you will hit setbacks, that's just part of growing. You don't treat it like the end of the world,
Yeah.
like a catastrophic failure.
Yeah.
You learn from it, you accept it, you just keep moving.
It allows for the reality that the path isn't usually a straight line, is it?
Not at all. It allows for the dips, the detours, the messy bits.
Okay, this sounds much healthier, much more sustainable. But theory is one thing. How do we actually do this? What are the practical things the sources suggest for, embracing and celebrating progress?
Right, the practical stuff. Well, one really powerful strategy is simply tracking your journey.
Tracking, like
Yeah.
how?
Not just the big final outcome, but the process itself.
Right.
Maybe keeping a journal or a log. Noting down your goals, sure, but crucially, also those small wins along the way.
Oh,
And specifically for health, one source mentioned tracking things like consistency. Did you show up? Tracking your effort, even tracking just your self-awareness around choices, rather than only focusing on, say, the number on the scale.
wow. Yeah, that totally reframes it. You're celebrating the doing, the trying, not just the final result.
Exactly. Another really practical thing is breaking down those huge, maybe intimidating goals into smaller, more manageable chunks, micro goals.
Okay, so instead of like, I need to lose 10 kilograms, which feels massive,
Right? Maybe it's this week, I'm going to add one extra vegetable to my lunch every day.
it feels doable.
It does. And then when you hit that mini goal,
Yeah.
actually pause and celebrate it. That gives you that little boost, that momentum we talked about.
And the sources also mentioned intentionally giving yourself credit, like taking time to reflect.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe setting aside time each week just to pause and look back. Ask yourself some simple questions. What actually went well this week? What felt hard? And what did I learn from the hard stuff? That deliberate reflection, it helps you see how far you've actually come, even if it doesn't match that perfect picture you had in your head.
It sounds like a key part is shifting your internal measuring stick, moving away from judging only the outcome and starting to really value the effort you put in.
That's critical. Celebrate showing up for the workout, even if it wasn't your best one. Celebrate putting in that focused hour on a project, even if it's not finished. Celebrate choosing the water most of the time. Effort is the engine of progress, right? Regardless of the immediate result.
Yeah. And underneath all of this, like you said before, is that practice of self-compassion.
According to the material, this is just non-negotiable. Progress isn't a smooth upward curve. There will be slips, off days, missed workouts, bad choices.
We're human.
Exactly. And the advice is, talk to yourself like you talk to a friend who's struggling. Don't beat yourself up for a setback. Just pause. Try to understand what happened, maybe without judgment. And then simply restart. Get back on track with the next choice.
That ability to just pause and restart without the drama or the self-blame, that feels like where the real strength, the real progress actually gets built.
It really is. That's resilience in action.
Okay, so to make this even clearer, the sources use some great real-life examples. Thomas Edison came up.
Ah, yes, the classic.
That famous quote, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. It's like the perfect example of a progress mindset, isn't it?
Totally. He wasn't aiming for a perfect light bulb on try number one. He was learning from every single attempt. Every failure was just more data moving him forward.
Right. And J.K. Rowling was mentioned too.
Yeah, another great example. Her journey wasn't some overnight flawless success story. She faced rejection after rejection before Harry Potter finally got picked up.
But she kept going.
She kept going.
Yeah.
She persisted. She made progress, step by painstaking step, even when the perfect outcome seemed miles away.
These stories really hit home. And the material then connects this whole idea directly to your own health journey. That second source really focused on this, saying health isn't about achieving some kind of perfect streak, never missing a workout, eating like a saint 100% of the time. It's more about resilience, showing up even when it's messy.
That's the core message, yeah. Progress in your health isn't about rigid perfection. It's about making choices one at a time and, crucially, getting back on track when you inevitably veer off course.
So it could be something as small as choosing water instead of soda, just once today.
Exactly. Or taking a short 10-minute walk when you've been sitting all week. Or maybe you indulge it over the weekend. And progress is simply making your next meal a nutritious one, without guilt.
It's the small, consistent things that add up. Maybe even just admitting I need help if you're struggling, or journaling when stressed instead of reaching for comfort food. Those are progress too.
Absolutely they are. They're all steps forward. And, for those days when you do feel discouraged, when that perfection pressure feels heavy,
Yeah.
the sources offered some really nice affirmations.
Oh, I liked those. Like reminding yourself, one off day doesn't undo my progress.
Yeah, or I'm allowed to grow at my own pace. That's a big one.
Each small step is building a stronger version of me.
And maybe the most important one, progress is enough. Perfection isn't required. Just letting that sink in.
Right. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, the fundamental insight from all this material seems crystal clear. Progress is the real deal. It's the true marker of success, and it's something you can actually find and celebrate every single day, just in the actions you take.
While perfection, it's more like an illusion, a mirage, like you said earlier. And it mostly just serves to hold you back.
Embracing progress means accepting the journey for what it is, right? Not a straight line. It's going to include setbacks, days you need rest, plans falling apart.
And all those moments of figuring things out as you go, self-discovery.
And the real power seems to lie in making that conscious choice, choosing progress over perfection.
Which really means choosing patience with yourself, choosing peace over that constant pressure, and choosing the ability to just keep going, keep building, keep moving forward, one imperfect step at a time.
That feels like how real, lasting change actually happens.
It really does.
So maybe here's a thought for you, the listener, to take away from our conversation today. If progress is the real victory, and beating anything worthwhile, especially your health, is about showing up even when it's messy, what small, imperfect step could you celebrate taking right now?